You know, the Oscar-winning documentary Undefeated chronicled the trials and victories of the 2009 Manassas High School football team.
Yeah, one of the most dramatic movie scenes involved Chavis Daniels, a young gangbanger who asked to join the team after a stint in juvenile lockup. Fox 13's Valerie Calhoun found Chavis in a situation that just might surprise you.
The game changed my life.
You just got to overcome it.
I'm thinking outside of my box now.
Those relationships with that set of kids is the most important to me and probably ever will be.
All right, here's the deal. Mama, pound him. Max Courtney, listen to me. Max Courtney about starting.
In Undefeated, Chavis Daniels was an angry young man, growing up on the mean streets of Memphis.
Growing up, I was used to being let down. People always told me they would do something, and you know, most times they never came through. This one, well, these two doors right here.
For a while, he lived here in a small apartment with his grandmother. You should know that poverty defines the Manassas neighborhood. It lies in the shadow of the abandoned Firestone plant in North Memphis, a place where hope and money are hard to find, but trouble is around every corner.
I was with a group of guys, gang members. We was riding around smoking weed. All us, we got guns in the car. Police pulled us over. The funny thing is, I had just started my first high school football game.
Chavis was locked up for 15 months. For most teens, this would be the beginning of a vicious cycle that ends in incarceration or death. But not Chavis. He had football to return to, and a coach who cared enough to fight for him.
Without football, it's no doubt that I would have been back in the streets with those same group of guys. I wanted Coach Courtney to be tough on me because I know when people stop being tough on you, that's when they don't care.
Don't touch one another.
Hey, Craig. My name Craig.
Shut up.
That year was tough. An angry Chavis lashed out at his teammates. He was suspended early on.
Now you're going to apologize.
But the coach didn't give up, and neither did Chavis.
Even when I was off the field, my teammates always came around, asking me was I okay. Coach Courtney, I think I talked to Coach Courtney every day that I was on suspension.
Thinking about putting you in defense.
That was a turning point. Chavis made up his mind to never go back.
Football did not save his life, and Coach Courtney did not save his life. Football taught him a discipline, and Coach Courtney showed him some love, and Chavis saved his own life.
Me and Coach Courtney take trips.
So where is Chavis Daniels now? He's come a long way since Undefeated, traveling with Coach Courtney to talk about the documentary, getting a key to the city from Memphis Mayor A.C. Wharton, and college. Yes, Chavis is enrolled in college.
He broke a cycle that few break, and that's the story of Chavis.
I wanted to be around.
Chavis is majoring in music with a minor in education at Lane College in Jackson. He played football his freshman year, but now he's focusing on his studies and his two children. Chavis says he wants to compose music and perhaps teach or even coach after graduation.
I want to raise my kids to know that no matter, you got to think outside your circumstances. No matter what happens, bad or good, you got to deal with it.
And that is the true message of Undefeated.
I went from a physically strong boy into an unbelievably strong young man, and I'm not being cocky, but I feel like I deserve to say I came a long way because I put the effort in, and I wanted to do better, and I think I'm doing better.
We think so too.
So what about Coach Bill, T.O., Dante, and the other players? Tomorrow night, we talk to the man who volunteered his time and talents to coach that Manassas team for 6 seasons, and we find out where some of the other teams are now. It's life after Undefeated. Valerie Calhoun, Fox 13 News. Wow.
That story just continues. Every time I've seen that 4 or 5 times now.
Oh.
And you talk to these people. You talk to people like Coach Bill especially, and Mike Ray, who was an assistant coach on that team, and they gave up their time.
Yeah.
It wasn't they weren't getting the high salaries you would expect of a coach. They gave up their time and efforts, and it just shows that when one person cares enough, how much you can have an effect on someone else. Someone who needed, in Chavis's case,
just
needed
one person.
all he needed was someone to care about him.
This is what a great idea for a story. Also, way to go, Val. Great idea.
Just act like you give a rip one time. It can have a profound
one time.
effect.
Yeah.